There you are. Yeah, I heard you drive up. Come on in.
Benton! How lovely to see you.
Hi, Jessica. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming. Oh, flowers. Thank you, how kind.
Hello, Angel.
Hello.
Angel, look at these lovely flowers Fenton brought. Why don't you pop them in that lovely vase you like so much? I'm hopeless at arranging.
I'd be happy to.
That did not go well.
Don't worry, my friend. She'll come around.
I mean, maybe I should go. I don't want to ruin your evening.
Nonsense! You came here to find out about far memory, didn't you? Going home's not going to solve that little boy's problems now, is it?
And actually, they're both dying to know what your problem is. And to tell you the truth, I think she'd be more mad if you left now. I said, just go and talk to her.
Okay. Thank you for meeting me, Angel.
I find that interesting, especially coming from you.
Listen, can we put the past behind us? If not for the sake of Jessica and Maynard, then for the sake of this little boy.
Fine. Here. Carry those flowers in for me.
So this proves that reincarnation is real, doesn't it?
Well, I wouldn't go that far, dear.
It has forced me to consider it. But it raises more questions than it answers. The reasons for reincarnation, the meaning of life.
Well, as far as I know, reincarnation is about settling karmic debt and learning lessons that sometimes take a lifetime to learn.
And for some people, it takes more than one lifetime to learn these lessons.
So you keep coming back until you learn all these lessons and pay off your karmic debt?
I suppose so. Karma makes sure that we learn the lessons, and it follows you from life to life.
Okay, so what happens once you've paid off all those debts and learned all the lessons?
Well, that's another question. Some say that we evolve into something else. We reach ultimate enlightenment.
We then become one with God and help everyone else.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay, I get it. But how does this help me help this little boy? There's no way that I can expect him to accept and understand all this.
Yeah, well, how could he? I mean, we're grown men. We can't even accept it.
And that's your problem, isn't it, Maisie?
Well, it seems that Vadiv feels Chandri saved his life, right?
Yes, she ran out to warn him, and in doing so was bitten by the dog.
Well, maybe Vadiv's deep-set feelings that he owes his life to Chandri carried over to David. And this is really about karmic debt.
So, this has nothing to do with the dogs?
Probably not. Maybe David is afraid of making the same mistake again, except with his mother this time.
Brilliant.
The dog episode just triggered this far memory of intense guilt and unsettled karmic debt?
Yes, the dog was just an instrument of her death. And the memory of it, for some reason, was never erased from his mind between incarnations.
Because it was so traumatic, he carried it forward. I can see that. Okay, but then what do I do about that?
Maybe there's a reason she saved his life. Maybe they have previous karma.
Of course. Something made Chandri save his life.
Try taking him back to another life he may have shared with Chandri.
I can't do that.
Fenton Ash, perhaps it's time to start thinking outside the box here.
Now, wait a minute. I mean, you might end up doing more damage to this boy by opening a box that's supposed to stay closed.
No, I agree. I don't think you should talk to David about his past lives and karma, but why can't you talk to Vadiv about it? Maybe you can make Vadiv understand. Trust me, that in turn will help David.
I don't know. She might be onto something here, Fen.
So, how many lives has he lived?
According to some theories, it could be dozens.
Do you believe that?
Well, if you can accept one, I guess I can't see why you can't accept another.
Yeah, but do you accept it?
Well, David has forced me to accept far memory, at least in his case.
Okay, but now that you know where his fear is coming from, why do you need to take him further back?
Because David, being aware of the source of his fear, doesn't help us in this situation. He's too young. He's not ready to accept all this. But perhaps Vadiv is.
I think I understand.
I'd like to take David further back, to a life in which Vadiv and Chandri were together before.
Wait a minute, so you mean we keep meeting the same people?
It's possible that we can carry unfinished business with the same people to the next life.
Really?
It gets very complicated, as far as I understand it. It's just that there are so many possibilities.
Wait, what do you mean possibilities? What sort of possibilities?
Well, different relationships, for example.
So they don't necessarily have to be husband and wife.
Exactly. They could have been father and son, or brother and sister, friends, or even enemies.
Wait, so I could have been a man in a past life.
Possibly.
Well, what about Chandri? I mean, I wonder if she's been born, or if she's a man or a woman, or if they're gonna meet.
They might. Apparently, you can't always sort out all of the problems in one life. If people keep meeting up and making the same mistakes again and again, it may take several lives to sort it out.
Oh, and you could make new mistakes that need fixing later.
I suppose so.
It's complicated.
Very. But do you at least understand why I'd like to take David further back to a life before Vadiv?
Yes, just be careful.